Okay, number 11 comes in with a Coach big one. Now I do have it stuffed with some stuff, and this is my interview tote. Now it's not called the interview tote, but I use it for that purpose because I've mentioned before, I personally like to be organized and put together on days when I'm going for an interview. I don't do it that much so now because I'm a little bit more into my career, but on those days when I'm doing something important and I'm carrying important documents, say I'm going to the DMV, whatever the case may be, you know, you're doing your passport, whatever the case, but you have some important documents with you and you want to be structured, you want to know where everything is, and you want to make sure that they're secure. This is my go-to. It has lots of compartments, and I do have some important documents kind of stuffed away in here, but this is the part where I put my portfolio when I'm going on vacations or sometimes when I'm securing documents. And then I have these two spaces for what I need. It does have feet, sorry, and it does have a back pocket. I do love this bag. It is a workhorse. It is a nice pebbled leather, and I'm so happy I have it in my collection because honestly, although it's a niche bag, it does its job very well, and I don't always have to wear it just for interviews. I don't really like to have a lot of bags that has compartments, so it's a niche bag in that sense because it has compartments for a particular function, and because of that, I'm 100% happy. Alrighty, so now we're getting into the top 10, and I don't think the top 10 should surprise most of you. It really didn't surprise me. I was surprised that my suede bag from my grandmother was not in the top 10, but when I thought about everything, it makes sense. I just don't wear it now, and it's really more here for sentimental value. So number 10 comes in as my Furla Opportunity Tote in the small size. Now this bag comes in 3 sizes. You have the large, the small, and a mini. Now the mini and the small are the only ones that do have a guitar strap. I have mine hidden in the back, or at the bottom rather, because I do have a bag in here as well. So yeah, it has a guitar strap, which you have the same logo pattern in there, and you can take off this strap and put on a leather strap, which I am holding out to do once this strap no longer works for me. Right now it's still look in good condition, it's not pilling that much, and so it's been keeping up. But yes, this bag I love to pieces. I had a little hiatus for like last year and so forth, and then this year I started wearing it back again. Coming in at number 9 is the Aspinall Pillow Lottie Clutch. Now, as you guys know, I finally got that old Napa gold color. I kept calling age gold. It's called old Napa gold. And honestly, when I brought this back out, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel the difference. And I knew I felt it when I touched it, like how the difference in the texture, you know, because of how they achieved that color. But my goodness, can't you see the difference? It just looks juicy. Now, they're both lambskin. They're both beautiful, but this just has a special place in my heart. As you guys know, the Lottie clutch, pillow clutch from Aspinall are my Chanel wallet on chains alternative, and they deliver. They are a very dressy bag. If I have a hard time dressing this down, to be honest, I just don't see it. I guess because of how bubbly this looks, and it does have a very nice shoulder strap that accompanies this. I do have my eyes on more, and I was sleeping on Aspinall, and I realized that they not only do have the blue one, they also have a beige one with like silver hardware, and I want it all. At this point, I'm gonna be greedy. I want it all, so hopefully I can get it, because I think these are really good staples to have in your closet. Although the one thing I would say about not only this bag but quilted bags in general, they are not the best bags to travel with, although I want to travel with them. There's some exceptions, of course, but for the ones that are really pillowy and really plush, they're gonna get damaged. I've tried every way possible to store them for travel. They always get deflated, not deflated, but they get marks on them, and I want them to keep this pretty pattern. But yes, this bag is number 9, although it is more of a like, not event, but like a classy dinner date out with your girls, your significant other. You're out with your, I've worn this out with my mom on a nice dinner date with my mom. And it was a really nice restaurant. I just decided to bring this out, and it worked really nicely. So it really doesn't matter who you're with, where you're going. If it's someplace a little upscale, this bag is going to work. As I said before, this is my alternative to the Chanel Walk, and they serve every single time. So if you're in the market of something and you know a lot of the other brands are not doing it for you, this is it. And obviously it works because it's in my top 10. So number 8 is my Amy Kitzenberg belt, bum bag, whatever you want to call it, sling. It is known by all 3 names. It is my belt bag. Now I bought this before the pandemic. Okay, so I'm inclined to say 2019, 2018, before belt bags was actually getting really popular. I feel like it's been popular for a few years now, but their height of their popularity has been in the last 2 years, I would say. And I brought this baby out and it has served me very well. I would say a quick tip for those who are a little bit heavier like me, or curvier, if you guys want to use that wording. This hides, I've been noticing belt bags and stuff like that are a good way to camouflage the stomach and hide it, so it's not as protruding, or it doesn't look like your stomach is as big, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I wear this when I'm for every and anything. If I just want to be quickly and hands-free, whatever the case may be, it works. And honestly, it's leather. I don't really have a lot of stuff from Amy Kitzenberg, but this has served me very well. I pretty much have no wear and tear. I've been thinking of getting another one from the same brand. Like, I know a lot of brands have come out with their own versions, but I stick with what works for me. And I've been thinking of getting a white one with the silver, but the only thing is that I think they have the black. If I remember correctly, they had the black strap with it, and I wanted it to be seamless and white, so I never got it. And then also I was like, am I gonna wear it because it's white, you know? So I decided, you know what, just stick with what I got. It works, it's sufficient, I have no issues. Alrighty, number 7 is, of course, my Michael Kors Soho quilted bag. I believe that's the name of this. Now, this has silver hardware, and I love the hardware on this. It pops so well. I was just thinking about it when I was doing the list. Like, it took me forever to figure out what color I was going to buy, because this comes out in many different colors, both in silver and gold hardware. So of course you can find a black bag in this design with gold hardware. And honestly, I could not, at least in the pictures, the gold hardware just looked cheap. So I just kind of ruled out most of all the gold hardware bags in this colorway, or in this design rather, because it was just like it wasn't giving. So, and they didn't have a lot that had silver. But if I was, the second runner up was actually a gold with a olive color, and I couldn't be completely sold on it, so I went with the black, because honestly I just felt like it would be perfect, you know. And at that time I was trying to build up my basics. This works heavenly as a basic, by the way. And I mostly wear it in all the seasons except for winter, because not all the time I want that contrasting look from the silver. But all the other seasons, the hardware along with this quilted bag looks wonderful. Now, I recently looked, because I did mention in a few other videos that I noticed it had some little bit of wear and tear on here. I thought this was calf leather. This is actually lambskin. Now, in comparison to like the Aspinall London lambskin, this is not the greatest lambskin, or at least it doesn't feel as comparable, but I don't have a lot of lambskin bags in my collection to know the differences. But in comparison to my other quilted bags that I have that are in like calf leather, I feel the difference. I do love this bag 100%. And I'm wondering if, because I do have some wear and tear on this end, I only have it on that one end, a little bit is starting to form on this end as well. That's the corner wear that I'm getting, and that's literally the only issues on the bag. But when I tell you this bag delivers, it delivers. It does have a divider in the middle, so I don't carry food with me to work with this bag, but it is heaven sent. For number 6 is my Alexander Wang Harris bag dupe. Now I got this in Atlantic City at a place called Got the Look. Now I went there recently because I had a little trip out there this summer thinking, and me and my friends were going straight to that place. We was like, oh my gosh, we want to see what they have. They were no longer there. It was really sad to see, but I believe they still have a website. Granted, it's one of those like rainbow Fashion Nova stores, so it's just like it's not going to be the greatest, but you can find some gems, and this was a gem that I found. Now this is looking like a gunmetal bag, but the jewels are actually black and the setting is silver, like a gunmetal silver, so that's what you're getting the color from. So it's really pretty, and it does come with a chain crossbody strap that I can put onto the loops. And what I love about this is because I can just flip it over and tuck it under the strap and wear it as a clutch, which is how I love to wear it the most. Okay, and I feel like this looks quite seamless, like you can't really tell, or probably you could, but I feel like it doesn't take away much from the bag. The strap is faux leather, so I am a bit worried about that, but the time when it just decides to cop out on me, I'll go to trusty Amazon and hopefully I can find something there. The only thing is at the pressure points, like here, I don't know if you can see, you have the setting kind of picking out. I kind of just push that back in, and yeah, I don't really feel things prickling or picking me too much, but it's literally only at the corners where I get that. The rest of the bag is effortless. I have no issues. Why this is number 6. I love this bag. When it becomes a situation where I'm getting all dolled up and I'm going someplace nice, where there's like a haul and I'm in a gown, whatever, a midi dress, I'm just dressed up a little bit extra that day, I always want to bring out this bag, and I normally always wear this bag. This is a very comfort staple in terms of evening dress up gown type of occasion bag. And sometimes I have to stop myself and say, Deandra, you have a lot of other bags in your collection, a lot of other clutches. Choose something else. Don't go to your comfort bag. And because of that, I can't. So I do wear this a lot. I've worn this to parties. I've worn this to actual more uppity occasions, lack of a better word. I have not worn this casually because I just never have the need to, but I can see myself going to a lounge and picking out this bag, mainly because I did not pay Alexander Wang prices for it. Okay, that's literally what it is. So if it gets damaged or whatever the case may be, I would be distraught because I love the bag, but at least I know I paid under $50 for this. Okay, but it gives the look 100 times every single time. And honestly, as I'm looking at it now, I do see like a little pop stitch here. I really don't care. As I said, I've worn it so many times, I've gotten my cost per wear out of this bag. Okay guys, so I just realized I made a mistake. Okay, so it seems like I actually have 20 bags to show you, so this screws up my whole order. Okay, so I don't want to do this video over, but pretty much the same order, the number, it just screws up the numbering, but the same order in which everything was going down is correct. I've had done over this list many times because I kept remembering more bags that I had that fit into this category. A little note to self, no more black bags. But I feel like so far you can tell they kind of all different. They kind of all serve a different niche. And honestly, some of them are occasion, some are for travel, some are for whatever the different things are. But they're not one and the same kind of bags. So needless to say, I just realized that I have two bags on the same number, but they're technically not supposed to be. But one is more, or was supposed to be before the other, and there's 20 bags in total, not 19. So the next bag that I'm going to show you, that is at number 6, which should have been before the Alexander Wang dupe, is my Marni bag. Now, I forgot the name of this bag. I bought this bag off of either Neiman Marcus or Net-a-Porter. Originally, I wanted the east to west version of this, where it's a lot more elongated, and it was still kind of the same height that you see here, but it wasn't going on sale at the time, and I really wanted this style, and I was like, I couldn't get over it. And then this came on sale 50% off, which was around $800. So that's just to show you how much they were going for. And I was like, Deandra, do I like this? Do I really want the east-west version? That was before the east-west became very popular as it is now, because this is about 2 years old, or probably even more. But yes, I just decided to myself, the 50% off was enough for me to forget the east-west version, and I got this. Now, this is not completely black, although it looks black. This is a gunmetal color, and if you can look really closely, I don't know if it's going to come up on camera, you're going to see like specks of gray in there, which makes it have like the shiny aspect. It is a smooth, shiny bag, but it is a really dark gunmetal black, very almost black, but it has a gray tinge to it. Now, what I love about this bag is that it's almost like the Aspinall of London bag, but it's a lot more casual. I can dress this up if I want to, for sure. It has the right amount of gold hardware on it, and the strap that it comes with is a strictly leather strap, and it is adjustable. It has also red interior like the Aspinall of London Pilolati clutch. So it's definitely a bag that I can dress up if need be. But it is small, compact, it fits my phone. I've worn this to work on not many, but a few occasions, and it delivers. So yes, I love this bag. This is why it is supposed to have been number 6, and that one number 5 in the scheme of 20 bags, but I digress. But so I don't have to do over this video, it's gonna be tied tied, but imaginary, just I did this beforehand. It's going to be tied with the Alexander Wang dupe. For number 5 comes my Lululemon camera bag. When I tell you guys I love this bag, I do. I already did a review on this and the belt bag, and you may be thinking, why didn't I include the belt bag? Honestly, it would be dead last. I don't wear it. It's supposed to go in my car as an emergency bag, so I feel like it doesn't really qualify. But if you really wanted to know, on a scale of my now 20 bags, as I'm realizing, it is 21. Okay, but I digress. This is a really good bag, and it really shocks me that this is number 5 and this is almost dead last. Like, how? They're both nylon, this has silver hardware, this has a bit of gold hardware with a guitar strap, and I do not like guitar straps at all. Why does this one work better for me than this one? And I think it's because I wear this crossbody. I've been getting to more so crossbodies lately, and this, as I said, is a travel bag. When I'm doing a road trip by myself or with others, I have things with me. It has compartments. That one doesn't really have it. It does have a guitar strap, so I can wear it crossbody, and when I did wear it on vacation, I did wear it crossbody. I didn't use that chain strap at all. But honestly, I feel like the Princess Polly dupe is like a weird in between. It's like it's trying to be an evening bag, it's trying to be everyday, bag with the guitar strap, while this is just, you know what it is. You know what I mean? We're going for errands, we're going to go grocery shopping, whatever the case may be. This is the bag. And honestly, when I'm going to work and I'm not bringing food and I'm in a more casual state, I'm wearing, you know, exercising clothes, sweatpants, whatever, I would gravitate towards this every single time. So for me, I feel like it has its niche. It serves its purpose, you know what it is, and it does it well. Number 4 is my Burberry hobo bag. Oh my god, when I tell you, as you're gonna hear me be a broken record as I keep going to the number 1, because these are like my really great favorite bags in this black category. This is a wool bag. I got this off Mercari at a really good price. Please go and look at my pre-love collection video. I think I did one of those. I think it was a tag. Please go and look at it. I got it off of Mercari at a really good price, and I've worn it mainly in the colder months. I got it this year, and for me to say I've gotten my cost per wear more and double time with this bag already is saying something. You would think that since it's slim, it can't hold a lot, but no, it expands, so it fits my essentials in a little bit more. But to be honest, you know, it's a perfect companion to go to work. I also thought I would never wear this in summer. We've had some little bit of cold days, and honestly, as long as this much of my arms was covered, where I'm not feeling that wool texture on my skin, I wore it to work just the same. Okay, and that is saying something. For me to pull out a wool bag in the middle of summer is saying a lot. Not only does this bag work very well in my closet because of the aesthetic, the hobo is so comfortable and all that stuff, it is a very practical, functional bag for me to go to work in. And honestly, it is a joy to carry. This is 100% a beauty in my collection. And honestly, I only have 2 Burberry bags, and they're both plaid. And I feel like this motif for me just works in my closet, so I want more plaid from Burberry. I've been on the hunt to look for both new and vintage or pre-loved options, and don't be surprised if you see me buy something else that is like this. And I've noticed recently they've been playing more into that plaid feature in the brand, and they're coming out with different colors. I've seen green, I've seen red, which are the 2 colors of this fall and winter coming up. So that doesn't surprise me completely, but it looks gorgeous. Okay guys, so we're getting into the home stretch here. Number 3. I feel like this should not be a surprise for you, and honestly, it has deserved its spot because I've had this bag for a considerable amount of time, about 4 or 5 years now, and it is the Edbury satchel, shoulder bag rather, from All Saints. This has been my workhorse for a very long time. It's gotten some well-deserved rest as of late because I've been rotating through my bags, but before I had so many bags, this was my everyday bag. And I got this bag around the same time I got the Coach interview tote, so that I can have just an open pocket. This doesn't really have much compartments. It just has a slit pocket on one side. I do have it stuffed, so I'm trying not to show you all the stuff I have it stuffed with, and then I have a zippered component on the other side. And as you can see, it has a really nice brown interior, which I do like because you don't have to be wondering what's in your bag. It's not a black interior, you can see everything, and I do love that aspect of it. This, I do pull it out from time to time because sometimes I just need it, you know. It serves a particular niche in my bag that sometimes I'm just like, listen, I'm going back to my old school days, you know what I mean? Like, it works very well. It is like a longer Sorry for the noise, guys. It's like a longer shoulder bag on me, and when I go into the train, I just have it right in front of me, just like so, and I'm comfortable and I'm on my ways. So yes, I love this bag. I don't know much about All Saints leather and their bags. I would say that if I see anything else from All Saints, this bag is enough for me to try more. I recently went into Nordstrom Rack, because the Nordstrom Rack in Gateway Center, if any of you live in Brooklyn and you frequent Gateway, it is closing out. Is Nordstrom Rack is not closing out in general, it's just that location is closing. And so of course I'm going to look at what they have, because they had 70% off, this percent off, whatever percent off. The bags, they had no percent off. And I did come across a blue All Saints wallet on chain, fully leather, no chain action, not even the straps had any hardware on it. And I was like, oh my gosh, it feels really good, but they wanted $100 for it. I'm like, no, you're closing this location, give it to me for $60. I even saw a Birkenstocks there, and it was a white Birkenstocks, and you know me, I love a Birkenstocks. I saw it in my size, and I realized the bottom of it looked worn. Like it was a white bottom, so I can tell it was worn. I was like, how much can I get discounted for this since it has been worn? Just like, nothing. I'm like, it's $110. Like, I can get a new Birkenstocks on sale online, never worn ever, for that amount of money or less, a little bit less, but still, you see what I'm saying? I was like, this is a worn shoe? You gotta be kidding me. I said, you can keep it. You can keep it, ma'am. You can keep it. So yes, Edbury shoulder bag from All Saints. That is number 3. Now number 2 comes as no shock to anyone. It is my quilted Nolita. I love this bag. Coach, if you ever get to see this video, I know it's long. Hopefully you guys stayed until the end, but you guys had something on your hands when you came out with this quilted Nolita. Like, you really did. None of the other Nolitas that has ever come out, old or new, has ever enticed me at all. Only this. Please come out with more. I really need it in my life. I do have the tabby wristlets here. Honestly, I haven't seen it in any other colors, but honestly, I don't feel like I want another wristlet or tabby wristlet. No, I would want this, because guess what? I can pack a lot more things in this. That does serve a purpose. Don't get me wrong. I have worn it, but when it comes to what this can do for me, there's no comparison. Although I did make a comparison, I will link it down below for you, but there's no comparison when it comes to these two. I say all this to say this is number 2, because whenever I'm going someplace domestic wise, because as you guys know, already mentioned, storing quilted bags for international travel in your luggage never works. I've tried everything. It always comes damaged, and I'm just hoping and praying and buffing and hoping and praying that, you know, those indents and all that stuff come out. And I'm tired of going through that heartache and that worry every single time. So I just learned my lesson. Quilted products, especially when it's like this, nice and puffy, it gives you a nice experience. Don't bring it on your travels. Only if it's domestic. And if it's domestic, don't put it in your bags. Have it outside. So with that being said, I have brought this on little domestic travels, and I had it with me like outside in the car or something. It was like a road trip and stuff like that, where it's not going to get damaged. Or if I'm having a little overnight experience and I have a bigger tote, and I just plop this in as like a little option for when I'm going someplace knocking about and I don't want to carry a tote, I have this with me, and it works every single time, no matter what I pair this with. Granted, it is a black bag, but I think what makes it more superior to others is because it's black on black, and granted, it's gunmetal. I feel like if it was a matte black, it wouldn't hit as hard, because I know Coach has some outlet versions, bags where it's like a matte on matte, or it is the same exact color, so it's very seamless. that hasn't really completely floated my way, but I can understand it. I can see the intention behind it. This is absolutely gorgeous. So for me, this checks off all the boxes. This is another bag similarly to the Burberry Hobo. I have to tell myself, Deandra, you have other bags. You have other bags in other colors. You have other mini bags that can probably go better, sorry. But I love this bag so much. It's just like a no-brainer. It functions very well for me, and the fact that I upgraded it to have a crossbody makes it more better. It's really hard for me not to choose this bag. Okay, and I think it's a blessing in disguise that it doesn't work for international trips, because guess what, it will be there too. For number 1 is my Rebecca Minkoff. Honestly, this could have been number 2 and the Nolita number 1. It really didn't matter. But what kind of sets this apart from the Nolita is because I can bring this to work. Okay, this is a really nice comfortable size that if it's like a little night out, a little date night, I can bring this. I can dress this up a little bit, you know what I mean? It is also another black on black. Now this is black, okay? This is not no gunmetal. This is black. Now I have been really bad to this bag. I've abused this bag. I didn't care what I did to this bag, because when I got it, the quiltedness of this bag was very stiff. Okay, I've expressed that many times on this channel. I was a little bit off put about that when I got it originally, because I was like, oh my gosh, it didn't give you an experience. But now that I've worn it, I've abused it, you have a little bit of an experience here, but you're still having your rigidness at the edges, which is fine. However, I feel like for what I have put this through, the amount of times that I've worn it, I've definitely got my cross-port wear. I've definitely loaded this a lot. I cannot carry food in this to work, but I have brought this to work. I brought this on so many occasions. I can't even, you know, share that with you. It's just too many. And it has held up very, very well. I even was toying with the idea of getting it in a different color, but honestly and really and truly, I don't think I would ever wear it. I think I like the colorway best like this. All the other colorways that Rebecca Minkoff has come out with this, by the way, this is the Rebecca Minkoff Love Crossbody bag. It has not interested me at all. So that tells me a lot. Like, it's just like, oh, it just be like, oh great, it's nice to have another one. It's another colorway. I know I would gravitate towards it because, you know, the bag works well for me, but do I really like the bag? No, I like this. So I decided not to spend my money just to spend my money, pretty much. But I love this bag because this is, if you guys don't remember, this is the alternative to the Chanel boy bag, and the Chanel boy bag that I did have my eye on was the black on black. Okay, so and as you know, Chanel is nowhere near in my price range, so that was never going to happen. So I was 100% happy to settle on this. And honestly, since I've gotten this, I do not think twice about the Chanel boy bag at all. It looks cute, but I already have mine. You see what I'm saying? So I digress. This is the end of the video. I'm sorry this took so long. I'm sorry for the number mix-up. Hopefully I expressed that completely or well. Altogether, it is 21 bags. I left out the Lululemon belt bag because I don't consider it a part of the collection, because that is supposed to be an emergency bag in my car, and I have not used it. Okay, it's an emergency bag. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to continue this further, as I said, I was inspired by Alyssa's ranking of her black bags, and I thought she had a lot. I have to eat my own words. I did say I wanted to be one of those people that didn't have a lot of black bags, because I feel everybody gets suckered into those. And when I was watching YouTube videos before I became a content creator myself, I realized I was like, oh my gosh, why do everybody have the black bags? Like, yes, I understand they're really sleek and pretty, but like, have some versatility. Not have some versatility, have some variety. That's the right word. Have some variety. And that's what I wanted to have in my collection. And I just snapped my fingers, I blinked, and now I have all these bags. But as you can see, they all are very different. Some are more evening bags, some are more casual bags, some are more for sporty looks, where I'm wearing sweats and exercising clothes. Some are raffia basket bags, you see what I'm saying? Some are Boston bags, some are for interviews. You name it, I got a little bit of everything in here. I have some shirling. I have a little bit of everything, mainly because I want that variety in a black bag too, and it works for me. Now there's some that I just don't gravitate towards at all, but I tell you, those top 10, especially this top 5, no, they are perfect winners in my collection. And honestly, for me to get a black bag right now, it has to check a lot of checkpoints for it to work in my collection, because I have so many. If it doesn't, it's gonna be like I'm buying the same thing of something I already have in my collection. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it has to be something different, it has to be something unique, it has to be a particular niche, because if not, I most likely already have it in my closet. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are. I hope it wasn't too distracting with the noises, but I really try to minimize it as much as possible for you guys. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are, and as always, have a good one. Bye.